Yo, what's going on, G-Dot family? It's your boy G.TZ back with another VZ of Fun of Great. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. You feel me? As you can see, I was listening to that guy saying mixtape Pluto. Shout out Super Future Fire Marshal Future Hendrix. Nigga, y'all don't even know about all that. Now, let me tell you something right now. I ain't gonna say nothing, but we goddamn did something behind the scenes, so it's gonna be better videos. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be more intact, more spicy, icy. Let's go ahead and get straight into it, though. We got the story of Rich Homie Quan. Now, if you don't know about Rich Homie, and you don't know about Thug for real, because if you knew about Thug, you know about Rich Homie. If you knew about Rich Homie, you know about Thug. You know what I'm saying? It's all interconnected. So we finna go ahead and get straight into it. We finna see how it went down, what went down, and why it went down. And RIP to Rich Homie, because that's just, personally, I still ain't even processed that he passed away yet. Honestly, I'm gonna be 100% real with you. This was one of them ones. Like, we're gonna get right into it, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also forget to follow me on Instagram, YSL and Twitter, YSL. Do it.
Rich Homie Quan changed the rap game forever.
Right.
But a lot of fans don't know how wild his come up really was. From taking Atlanta trap mainstream to crazy beefs with his own homies, today we're breaking down his whole story.
RIP.
In September 2024, the shocking news broke that Rich Homie Quan had died. At first it was just rumors going around and nobody wanted to believe it. But then TMZ confirmed that he was really gone at just 34 years old. Reports say that it happened from an accidental overdose. And one source said that Rich Homie Quan died from a bad pill. TMZ
I ain't gonna lie to you, shorty. Y'all gotta stop popping them pills. Y'all have to stop popping them pills, bro. It's like nothing good come from popping them, bro. Either you finna lose your mind, tweak out, or you finna, you know what I'm saying, pop a bad pill, pop bad perk, bad Xan, bad Adderall, bad anything. I don't know how to tell if a pill fake or not, bro. Maybe y'all do, but even then, like, I'd rather smoke my loud, bro. I ain't got time to be goddamn dipping and dabbling, worried, hey, is this real? Let me go ahead and test this. Like, man, hell no, man. Especially if it can just lead to something like that.
Got the 911 call that Quan's girlfriend made, and she told the dispatcher that Quan wasn't breathing and didn't have a heartbeat. She said Quan was on their couch at home and wouldn't respond to her. And when she tried to move him, Quan started foaming at the mouth.
My boyfriend, he's been asleep on the couch since this morning. Well, he never came to bed last night, and I just checked on him because I see he never got up, and I don't see him breathing. I don't feel a heartbeat or anything, and I turned him over. I see he kind of foamed at the mouth.
This wasn't the first time that Quan allegedly had issues with drugs, though. Quan was shooting a video for his track Walkthrough in Atlanta. It's not clear how everything happened, but Quan allegedly had 2 seizures and fell down and cracked his head on set. Rumors started flying that Quan was having trouble with lean, and that's what made him pass out. But after Quan got out of the hospital, he put out a statement and said that he had been traveling for 3 days straight and barely sleeping. And after he was outside in the Atlanta heat to shoot the video, his body just couldn't handle it anymore and he passed out.
That's why, again, you gotta take care of yourself, bro. Getting your chicken is important. No cap. But you gotta take care of yourself, because you don't take care of yourself, you can end up just like this. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't getting no sleep. He chasing that bag, and then you shooting a music video as soon as you get back to the city, and it's bad. Now, do drugs got something to do with that? Yes, but at the same time, that ain't the major factor for this. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "It's no secret that I do turn up. I don't deny that, but I'm not addicted to anything, including drugs, nor was I leaning at the shoot." Some people were still calling cap on it though, because Quan came up as an athlete in Atlanta and should have been used to the heat. Quan was raised on the east side of the city, living with his mom and younger siblings. Quan's dad lived in Decatur, and Quan would stay with him on the weekends. Back in the day, Quan was always into reading and playing baseball. Quan wanted to go professional with sports. He played on the varsity team when he was a freshman, and he was so good at baseball that he even got a scholarship to play at Fort Valley State University. He only went to college for a couple of weeks though, because it was still too expensive even with a scholarship. Quan didn't really have a backup plan after baseball, so he just got a job at an airport to pay the bills. Working a normal job wasn't for him though, and that's when Quan started kicking in doors and robbing houses. Back in 2022, Quan did an interview with Vlad TV and said he was never robbing houses while people were inside.
Kicking in door, but not no home invasion. We wasn't going in there when nobody was there. I wasn't going to nobody. I wasn't going to nobody house when nobody was there.
He also knew that doing burglaries at night would get you a lot more time if you got caught. So he would go out during the day and break into houses.
I wouldn't even do no cat time burglary at night because you get more time for that. So we'll do daytime burglary. Because cat time burglary, you getting way more time for that. So wait till you go to work in the morning, or kick your shit in.
The first time he robbed a house, Quan didn't even know what was going on. Quan's homies picked him up and said they were gonna cut some grass, and Quan didn't know that they were actually gonna kick in the door and rob a house.
Right.
Quan didn't even go inside the house that day, but all of them got caught and went to jail.
Damn.
Quan got out a day later, but he realized he could rob houses if he moved smarter than his homies did.
Yeah.
He spent a couple of months breaking into cribs, but it didn't take long for Quan to get busted again.
Yeah.
He got booked on another burglary charge and ended up in jail for 15 months, and that's when everything changed for Quan. Before rich homie Quan got locked up, he was already rapping, but he never took it seriously. And for the first 6 months while he was in jail, nobody on the inside knew that Quan rapped at all. But then another dude came into the block and started freestyling. Quan knew he was better than the dude, so he started rapping too, and everybody went crazy over it. Dudes in the jail were actually giving Quan snacks to freestyle because they liked hearing it so much. And that's when Quan realized.
Do you know how crazy that is for you to be in jail and niggas is giving you snacks to rap? I don't think y'all understand how crazy that is, bro. That's like that's some higher power type vibe. That's some shit like, okay, this is bigger than me. I gotta get out and rap for real. Like, that's just something you don't even come through every day. Like, niggas in jail getting beat up for rapping too much, you feel me?
He could really make it in the rap game. So when he came home, Quan set up a little studio in his mom's garage and started making music. Then everything changed when Quan met a dude named Teezy. Teezy was getting some buzz in the underground scene, and he's the one who took Quan to a real studio for the first time. Teezy was showing Quan how the rap game worked, but then Quan took a big loss when Teezy got shot and killed.
Damn.
Having his homie die like that made Quan go even harder in the booth though. He bought some more equipment and made music in his mom's garage again, then spent all the money he had to press some CDs. Quan started handing out the CDs around Atlanta, and that's how a dude named Fly heard Quan for the first time. Fly had an independent label called TIG, and he wanted to sign Quan from the jump. In his interview with Vlad TV, Quan said he was dead broke, but he signed a deal for $19K and told Fly to just pay him $400 a week instead of getting it all at once.
I signed for $19,000. So this is what I told Fly. I said, look, Fly, I don't even want all my money up front. Pay me every week.
Quan knew he'd blow the $19K fast if he had it all, so he played it smart and started treating rap like a job.
I was getting $400 every Friday. Every Sunday, every Friday, I would meet him or have him get it. Because I started treating it like a job in my mind because I knew if I got $19,000, I was going to mess that money up fast.
Quan started getting a lot of buzz on his name when he dropped his first mixtape, Still Going In. Then he leveled up in 2013 and started working with huge artists like Gucci Mane, YG, and Jeezy. And Quan's track Type of Way popped off and went gold. Rich homie Quan was blowing up like crazy. But in 2014, he linked up with Young Thug and Birdman and took everything to the next level. Quan and Young Thug had already had some tracks together and decided to hop in the studio and drop a whole tape. But then Birdman got involved and made them the faces of his Rich Gang crew. Everyone knew that Quan and Thug could make great music together, but nobody knew how crazy their tracks were gonna go. In 2014, they dropped Lifestyle and took over the game.
If you wasn't outside when Lifestyle dropped, y'all see, people like the song, like the young people like the song, but y'all don't get it. Niggas was hating on Thug and Rich Homie, really specifically Thug, because he was the one, like, you feel me, trying different vibes and trying different types of ways to rap. They was on his head. This shit was a hit though. I ain't gonna lie. That whole mixtape they dropped with Rich Gang, banger after banger after banger after banger on Phone No Great. That shit hit, shawty.
Track ran up massive and went platinum, and a few months later they dropped the mixtape Rich Gang, The Tour Part 1.
Hard.
It looked like Quan and Thug were gonna run the whole game,
Hard.
but then everything fell apart out of nowhere,
Nigga.
and most fans have no idea about the crazy story behind the beef. Right after Quan and Thug popped off together, Quan said he was taking a step back from Rich Gang to focus on his own career. Back then, nobody knew there was tension behind the scenes, but then Young Thug went on tour with Travis Scott and said,
"This stupid man, that nigga tripping. That bitch on the corner."
Quan did an interview with ESPN and said that Thug dissing him like that hurt his feelings.
My first reaction was, my brother called me on the phone, and I took my glasses off. Like, to be honest, not to get in my feelings.
You know how big this is? I'm sorry, pause. I'm sorry, but like, you know how big this got to be? How big they was? Rich Homie is getting asked this on ESPN. They need to bring this type of shit back, man. Make ESPN great again.
It hurt.
Then he allegedly dissed Thug on the track You Not and rapped, "Tool on me, fuck you, homie. ABC Channel 2, homie. I don't around and made the news on you. Had to change shoes, waste food on them. This flashy shit ain't nothing new, homie. I been me. You ain't you, homie. And you ain't no thug. Plus, you ain't that nigga I thought you was."
Oh, man.
Everyone thought Quan was taking shots at Thug, but he hopped on Twitter and said, I would never diss my brother Young Thug, despite what y'all think or say. But later that year, a fan tried to grab rich homie Quan during the show, and Quan told him he wasn't rocking with that gay shit like Thug.
Hey bro, get way back away from each other. Get the ass bro. You back up your ass up, look up over here, look like Young Thug. Make sure
I ain't gonna lie, that's really what did it. If we want to get technical, I think that happened before Thug even said something. That's what really set it off, bro. Even Thug said, like, yeah, bro, that's what really pretty much pushed me away from you. Cause you just kind of think about it, your main man just basically called you homo. What you mean, shorty? We supposed to be cool, locked in, and you just and on stage in front of people? You crazy.
Young Thug dissed Quan on stage again and said, but it still wasn't clear what sparked the beef in the first place. Fans thought it might have been a money thing or something with the industry, but the true story was way more brutal than that. A couple of months before Quan told everyone he was falling back from Rich Gang, a dude named Big Nut was shot and killed in Atlanta. Nut had a lot of clout in the city and had ties to the rap game too. He was tied with YFN Lucci, and Nut was also homies with Fly from TIG. Thug, Lucci, and Quan were all cool with each other back in the day, but that all changed when Thug's YSL crew allegedly killed Big Nut. Big Nut's death sparked all kinds of violence in the city, and the cops say that at least 4 people died over the situation. Quan was cool with Big Nut too, and rumors say he stopped rocking with Thug because of what went down. After it all happened, a video leaked online where Quan allegedly talked about the situation and said,
everybody been talking about it, I'm gonna just be a man and answer myself. Right. Scrub, man, no go ahead, something to do with you can't prove. Right. Point blank period.
But that wasn't even the most shocking twist in the story, because it turns out that Thug might have been involved with Quan's dad getting shot too. Back in 2014, YSL Woody and his homie Threat pulled up to the barbershop that Quan's dad owned and started letting off shots. Quan's dad got hit up 4 times and almost died. And on the track Daddy, rich homie Quan raps, when I see him in that ICU room, boy, you know I went crazy, because I couldn't see my daddy like that. That's my baby. In other words, he my best friend. Talk to him daily. Them niggas who did it to him, I hope they praying to God, but he can't help you in the situation. Some paperwork also came out where Quan was allegedly talking about a situation with Birdman and Thug. Quan's dad allegedly had some kind of argument with Birdman and wanted Quan to fall back from them. So Birdman allegedly tried to take Quan's dad out so Quan would officially sign with him. People started calling Quan a snitch because of the video and alleged paperwork, but rich homie Quan hopped on IG Live and offered a meal to anybody who could actually prove he told on anyone.
Buy my name is the paperwork, right? Give me $1 million. We could trade lives.
After Young Thug and YSL got hit with a RICO case, the news broke that Quan had been listed as a potential witness, but that didn't mean he would actually testify against Thug or that he would even be called into court. Quan's name did come up during the trial though. While YSL Woody was testifying, a lawyer asked him if Thug had an issue with rich homie Quan bringing gang members to Thug's apartment. But instead of answering the question, Woody just asked Thug the question and made the whole courtroom laugh. Woody also talked about Big Nut's death and said it didn't have anything to do with YSL.
What happened to Nut got nothing to do with YSL.
Woody's homie Threat had beef with Quan over something, and that's why Woody and him shot up the barbershop that Quan's dad owned.
Okay.
The clip of Woody talking about the barbershop shooting went viral.
Me and Threat shot up Rich Homie Quan dad at the barbershop on Bankhead.
But in an interview, rich homie Quan said that Woody was lying about the situation.
What is a liar? The barbershop did get shot up, but it wasn't like, I don't want to talk much to it, but like, he is over-exaggerated it because the same day the barbershop got shot up, it was up and running.
It's not clear what really happened, but after Quan tragically died, Woody shouted him out on IG and said, "I hate this happened. I pray that God protect Thug and them from this country." Quan's beef with Young Thug was definitely the biggest one in his career, but Quan had issues with other rappers too. Back around 2014, when Quan really started blowing up, another rapper from Atlanta named Johnny Cinco started beefing with him. It's not clear what sparked the situation, but Quan dropped the track Fuck Nigga and said, "Say they gave the wrong young nigga money, you funny. I don't know a nigga by Cinco. Boy, your real name Johnny. And first I'ma get the choppers, then I'ma go get the Mac. Pistols hanging out the Rari. We shooting at all of they ass." And on the track I Got Him, Johnny Cinco called Quan out and rapped,
"Damn.
See, I eat rappers for hobbies. Rich homie Quan ain't nobody. I used to sell that boy Molly. I hit your hoe, well I'm sorry."
Damn.
They kept sending shots back and forth and then almost got into a fight in the middle of traffic one day.
Let's fight now. Let's fight right now. Get out the car. I beat your ass right now. Yeah, I beat your, you know it, nigga.
I remember that video. I ain't gonna lie. Both they ass funny as hell for that shit. I remember that. They stopped beefing though. That at that point, that shit was funny.
A lot of people didn't even know about Quan's beef with Johnny Cinco, but Quan made a lot of headlines when he had drama with Future. After Rich Homie Quan started popping off in the rap game, a lot of people were comparing him to Future. Quan didn't have any problem with it at first, but then Future went on Sway in the Morning and threw some shade at Quan.
You use the same pattern. You can't use the pattern that a Future used. Or you can't say turn up. You got to say another word. You know what I'm saying? Make the world feel what you saying. You feel me? Like you can't be saying turn up. You can't say movie. You can't say yeah. You can't say woo woo. You sound like Future, but you saying the same thing that you using the similar words, similar word pattern. You know what I mean? So that's why people compare it, because of the pattern of it.
So Quan clapped back on the track a nigga and raps, "I'm back like the Future, nigga. Quan, you the Future, boy. Don't confuse me with Future, nigga."
Dang.
The beef never got too serious, though.
Dang.
And after Quan and Future had to sit next to each other on the plane, they squashed the whole thing and never had any more drama after that. Quan also had a little drama with Roddy Ricch back in 2023 because he thought Roddy Ricch got him taken off a track with DJ Drama.
Well, Quan, you know, I ain't really trying to start no industry shit. Roddy Ricch wanted you off the song. Man, I ain't even met Roddy. I ain't never met Roddy. I ain't even know he felt some type of way about me.
Quan said that he was better than Roddy Ricch and had more money than him.
I put 10 million to his 1 million. His catalog can't fuck with mine nowadays. Cause you the one that took me off the song, nigga.
Then he took the disrespect up a notch and said that The Box is the only track Roddy Ricch made that wasn't whack.
Shit, let's go back and forth, catalog. You ain't got none but that box shit, call that other shit whack.
Roddy Ricch clapped back and said he didn't even know Quan was supposed to be on the track. Then a little while later, Quan hopped on IG and said he talked to Roddy Ricch about the situation over the phone and that everything was cool. Quan didn't just have industry drama though.
That's some real
in
shit.
2017, he was facing 30 years in prison on drug and gun charges. He got pulled over with his homies on the way to a concert, and when the cops searched the whip, they found a stolen gun, weed, and ecstasy. Quan fought the case for 2 years and could have been locked up for decades. But in 2019, a judge threw the whole thing out because there wasn't enough evidence.
Okay.
Quan also made headlines a couple of years before the drug case for allegedly punching a security guard who didn't let him into a club in Miami. When the story came out, reports said that Quan punched the dude and then ran away from the cops with a boat. It turns out it wasn't that crazy though.
He funny as hell.
Quan was just spotted partying on a yacht, and that's how the rumor started. After Quan fell back from Thug and Rich Gang, he kept the momentum up and dropped the track Flex. Flex blew up, but Quan's dance for the track went even more viral on Vine. He was making waves in the industry by himself, but he started to fall off a little because of label issues. TIG was allegedly playing with Quan's money, so he stopped dropping music while he sorted everything out on the business side. He came back in 2017 with his Back to the Basics mixtape on Motown Records, but Quan had already lost a lot of momentum by taking a year off. Quan finally dropped his debut album, Rich as in Spirit, in 2018, and it did decent numbers. He didn't have any major hits. He dropped a few more projects after that, but Quan was also focused on making money outside of the rap game. He started investing in real estate and was making millions from it. It was clear that he didn't need rap money to live, but Rich Homie Quan said he was always going to be making music. Quan seemed like he had moved on from all the industry drama and just wanted to focus on himself. And in July 2024, he told Revolt, "Remember me as an original, as an artist who did it his way. Remember me as a hard kid from Atlanta with a dream, who believed in himself and bettered himself, and won." Quan had a huge impact on the rap game, and after the news broke that he died, all kinds of artists hopped on social media to show love. 2 Chainz posted a picture of Quan and said that they had just been talking about shooting a music video together. Quavo was tight with Quan too, and he posted a pic of them together and said,
"That's a messed up picture though. I ain't gonna lie. That picture, when I seen that broke my heart, bro. I think Quay and Offset cool again, but man, the Rocket gone, Thug locked, Homie gone. That takeoff shit broke. That takeoff shit still break my heart to this day, bro. He was not supposed to go. He was the hardest Migo. If you listen to all these songs, Take was always the hardest Migo. And y'all wasn't around when they dropped this new Atlanta. Y'all trying to make it through the video, man. I'm done, bro. I'm done. This shit, bro. They shouldn't have took that.